The fountain of youth is human growth hormone, and human growth hormone is a profound tissue building anabolic hormone that is produced from the pituitary gland at the back of the head. It secretes a few times throughout the day. It stimulates muscle mass, lean mass. It encourages the use of mobilizing fat. It sets the metabolism at a preferential thing so that it uses fat for fuel. It is good for elasticity and flexibility of muscles. It is really youth enhancing. How do we produce it ourselves naturally? Now just look at a world-class sprinter's body or a high-level gymnast. These are the ultimate examples of what human growth hormone can do. And it won't be long before you realise, or you look back on the old days and think of your previous less in shape, flabby body, that can be you too, that you can hone your body and create a lot more human growth hormone so that you get the results that you want. But how do we do it naturally? And what do we need to do so? Well, when we were a teenager, obviously we were producing a lot of it, and no matter what we did to ourselves, nothing could interrupt the process and the release of human growth hormone. But now it's a little bit different, we're a bit older. So these are the things that we need to think about. High levels of human growth hormone normally drop over time, but later on in life, men produce very little, and actually women tend to keep producing it as they get older. But the reason why you might not produce as much as you used to isn't because you can't, but because you're more sensitive to the factors that prevent its release. Everyone has the potential to release more human growth hormone into their bloodstream, but is everyone creating the right environment? No, of course we're not. So guess what controls the release of human growth hormone from the pituitary gland? It is the super hormones, and that leads into a more complex subject, but here are some factors that stimulate the release of human growth hormone. Decreased blood glucose levels, so that means less junk food and focus on the mineral-rich vegetables and sprouts like we have been. Focus on the amino acids, so that means nuts and seeds and other great proteins. A carbohydrate-low diet also means that you can produce more human growth hormone. Fasting as well, just mini fasts here and now is when the human growth hormone peaks, and you can have these fasts without any harm, just like we have been doing, just for those 1 day fasts. And the optimal pH level in the body, the human growth hormone is deactivated in an unbalanced acidic environment, which is probably the habits that we had before we started this course. So now that we're in a more alkaline environment, there's more possibility of producing it. Sleep is important too. It is produced about 90 minutes after you go to sleep, and then once again before you wake up in the morning. So it's important to get sleep, which is easier said than done, I know. And also anaerobic exercise, which is high intensity training, which is what we've been doing in our workouts. So there we have it. If you want to have cascades of youth enhancing hormone, get working on that human growth hormone release and try all those things that we've been working on over the weeks anyway, and up your level to a new standard.